All right, what a freaking crazy day it was. I just want to give a quick recap because I know I wasn't in chat as much. I was actually giving a live 7 hour trading webinar. I just woke up from a little nap I needed to after my day. It's so many plays, and I'm really proud of the video that we did. Those of you who attended the virtual trading event, thank you, and I hope that you liked it. I've gotten some great feedback already, and I love showing everything transparently. It was a busy day for me. I had two really bad trades in the middle of the day, CYRN and FNJN. They're both sympathy plays to the play of the week, really, MGT, which just keeps going. I missed this totally. I underestimated it, and you'll see me do that again and again, like on PRGN. I missed it, but I nailed the sympathy plays on PRGN, which were GLBS and ULTR. And I thought that, FNJN was going to be a sympathy play. It spiked a little, but it's been spiking a lot over the past few days. So I took a really small position. CYRN I thought would spike more, and it just barely spiked, 10 cents and then came right back down. So I actually had to cut losses on that one. And, neither of those are bad trades in themselves, just, trying to buy a sympathy play. But the problem was that as people reminded me once I, bought and alerted, they're like, why are you buying? Don't you remind people not to buy ahead of earnings? And I was doing so many freaking things, and I didn't want to miss the run-ups on these plays, that I simply failed to look at Yahoo Finance and see that both of them were reporting earnings after the close today and pre-market tomorrow. So there was no way that I was going to hold them overnight because I don't hold through earnings. And so they're both wasted trades. And, CYRN, I could have actually broken even if I had held like another hour. But, these were just terrible, terrible trades. And I was proud of myself because in the morning I had some good trades. Live was a good breakout attempt on their earnings in the multi-month breakout over 2. And this one eventually failed too, as it tends to do. But you can see here, a lot of people are asking me about this. Why buy this? Well, in the last few months alone, it had a spike here, a spike here, a spike here, a spike here, and a spike here. And notice on the candles, it never holds the spikes. So that's why I sold into strength. I didn't catch the exact top. I could have made another 10 cents a share, but I was right in my kind of, just conservatism with that stock. And, it had already spiked a little on earnings when I bought. I bought on a dip, and then it just kept going. But by the end of the day, it went red. The stock is dead to me. What I did really well at the end of the day, and you don't see it because it's not a closed trade, but out of this, between these 4 trades, I'm up like $150. So a lot of work for a little gain, and really 2 stupid trades to show for it. But my 5th trade of the day was really solid, and that was EBIO. I want to show you this because I think that it's fantastic to look at and to learn from. Here's the daily chart. Let me show the past 50 days so you can really see. So it's been spiking a lot. I had a nice run up from 36 cents to $1.60. So nearly quadruple in just a few days. But then it came down. And then you had a green day here. And, I like to dip buy on green days. The green day led to another red day, but the second next day, it actually got all the way up to 150. So if you had bought any time during this day at 120 or 1, you're making 20, 30, 40% on your money the next day. Then it came down again for 4 days, and then you had another green day. And it was followed by another red day, a red hammer, which means that, at one point it touched 124, but it finished low. So that is exactly what I'm expecting for EBIO, because now we have another green day, and notice each green day is a little higher and the lows are a little higher. So we have higher highs and higher lows. And guess what? It actually broke this high at 125. I was rooting for it not to break 125 because I didn't want all those stop losses to go off and be kind of wasted. So I actually sold half my position in here at 127 just because, it really wasted the bullet. When you have a big technical breakout, you want to save that breakout to the next day. So my virtual trading people were laughing because I'm long the stock and I'm praying that it does not go up. I'm praying that it does not break out. But it makes sense because I don't want to waste that breakout above 125. It's still holding above 125, and it's actually a good problem to have that, it broke out of this range. And I think tomorrow, I would love to see it test this 150 level. I don't know if it's going to get there. But I do know that dip buying it and buying it, I bought it on the breakout of the day high at 111-ish. But dip buying this multi-month chart, every single green day in the past 2 weeks has been followed by a higher high the next day. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But this one is in play. And MGT, I just got to congratulate so many of you. I think probably the best two I highlighted were Lauren and Matt. Matt nailed MGT for the meat of the move, made $4,000, and he had a nice screenshot right here. 4,000 profit, in at 198, out at 282. So fantastic. He made 11,000 a few days ago. So he's truly getting it. But really, Lauren, just incredible. Here is her screenshot, and she made $2,000 on a $300 investment. So anybody who gives you shit about trading penny stocks or hates on penny stocks, show them Lauren's trade, because this was all today, and she didn't even get the whole move. She took the meat of the move, but she bought it, put about $350, I think, $350 in at 2 cents a share. And she sold same day at 17 and 18 cents. Here's what APHD did. It actually finished at 20 cents, but for a little bit, it was trading at like 25, 30 cents. So she did not catch the whole move, but she made damn good on her money. And this is what I love about penny stocks. You can start with $300 and make $2,000. And she said, she's thanking me because without me, she would not have known this world existed. And in case you think this is a unique occurrence, let me just remind you, a few days ago, I saved this trade. This is Sid. And, he did a screenshot. This was literally 2 weeks ago. And he bought, $400 worth of PRGM. And the next day it was $2,300. And obviously this does not happen every day, but it does happen. So people who say, this never happens, you're wrong. Because this has happened twice in the past 2 weeks. And these are just two of my many students. A lot of students banked. They don't necessarily show screenshots. They don't necessarily want to be fully transparent. And I get that. That's fine. But these are good examples to show you what is possible if you catch the momentum on one of these low float stocks. And I did not buy this. I did not alert either of them. These are students who are acting totally self-sufficient, and I fucking love it. Here's some more students. Brandon, I got to follow him. He made 2,400 on MGT. Lee, awesome job on MGT. He made, what is this? $590, or he has a $590 account and he made $184. MGT in at 166, out at 255. Nabil, he actually attended my virtual trading event, and he said was a great opportunity to learn what I didn't miss. Despite 2 small losses, I learned a lot. Cut losses, and this is such a key lesson. I know it's not popular. Look how few likes it gets, but this is the key to success. Cutting your losses quickly. We all have mistakes. We all make dumb mistakes sometimes. I made 2 today in the middle of the day. I rebounded, and I actually finished up nearly $2,000 on the day thanks to EBIO. So I rebounded. But anytime you make a small loss, just cut it. Don't risk a big disaster. Here is Ali. He also attended my virtual trading event. Amazing to see how Tim plans, trades, and watches stocks in real time throughout the day. So many questions answered. Good. Here was Keith from the chat room. Biggest profit day yet, and he made $800. And this was, before MGT even exploded even more. So I don't know if he made 1,000, but it's his biggest day ever. Isaiah made $150 after commissions on a $500 account. And it's fantastic. Good job, Isaiah. And he said, P.S. I made more in 2.5 hours of trading than I will today at work. So, that's just fantastic. It doesn't happen every day. I don't want you to think that, but it does happen. Here was Matt. Here was Sid. Here's Max Jensen with the blue steel look, as you can see. And he made over $1,000 right here. So just an awesome day. These penny stocks are going crazy. MGT, I've been very weary of You know, it's very sketchy. It's going to crash eventually, but congrats to those of you who are riding the momentum. GSAT, I had a good alert on Friday, buying it at 240 today. You know, it nearly broke 3. I tried to buy it this morning for the breakout at 3, and it just didn't do it. So I cut losses quickly. So anyways, just wanted to recap this. Thanks again to everybody who attended my virtual trading event. You know, you didn't just see my screen, you saw me. We had like 3 cameras. It was crazy. But it was awesome. And, you know, we have so many plays. You just have to learn the patterns, and you have to try and, you know, piggyback the momentum and capture as much of the move as you can. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Another busy day, so get some sleep tonight.